Welcome to episode 189 of Folks Talking Sports. I am Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. With me is Kenitra Pulliams. How are you doing, Queen?
I'm all right.
Thank you for joining me. And for everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, happy Father's Day to one and all. And I am live streaming this show on Instagram on the Folks Talking Sports channel. There will probably be a delay in it, but it's a try. So anybody on Instagram at Folks Talking Sports, let me know how it looks, because it should look different than what you see here on YouTube and Twitch, etc. But it's trying to reach more audiences and go forward and stream and reach more people and all those great things. Okay, Miss Baseball, Men's College World Series. Any updates you want to provide?
Hey, going to a decisive game 3 tomorrow at 6. Oklahoma, the unseeded Sooners, took game 1 via the long ball, and today Oklahoma jumped out to an early lead today in game 2, and North Carolina rallied. So they will settle it tomorrow in Omaha.
And so Oklahoma knocked out Texas?
No.
Or who did? Who did?
Georgia knocked out Texas. Oklahoma knocked out Georgia Tech.
Okay.
First weekend went to Atlanta, beat Georgia Tech. Then went to Lawrence, knocked out Kansas.
Okay.
Nationally ranked. And then they're playing exceptionally well.
And I remember North Carolina eliminated West Virginia.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So, all right. Well, fair enough there. Wanda Polk, thank you very much. And see, I know it's working on folks on Instagram, but I don't even know where to look for it on my phone. But apparently I know it's there. I can see it. I see myself on there. It's public. Maybe it'll show after I stop. I don't know how it works, but that's the new thing. I know it's also streaming on YouTube in the portrait format as well. So 3 different styles for Folks Talking Sports and Houston Round Bar Review going forward here. Like I said, again, trying to reach new audiences, expand audiences, and all those good things. Onward and upward. And this will be something for Let's Rage Cougs as well for football season and men's basketball also. All right. I hate the fact that we are doing this while during the debut of Women's Sports Sunday on ESPN, first of 9 weeks of women's sports, WNBA and NWSL on ESPN for the next 9 weeks, taking the place of ESPN's Major League Baseball broadcast. But today, right now, should be tipping off momentarily if it hasn't already, the Liberty versus the LA Sparks. Exactly 30 years ago in 1997, the inaugural season of the WNBA, those same two teams faced off, New York Liberty and the Los Angeles Sparks, and they're doing it as we speak here on ESPN. So your thoughts about Women's Sports Sunday?
I mean, it's great that, there was a void to fill. So the intentionality, the dedication, the effort to promote, to support women's athletics, at the pro level, it's great, because if you look yesterday, they had the dart throwing competition. So there's a lot of other programming, ESPN could air. But being dedicated to that. And I mean, even yesterday, You see the AUSL, softball that they've been
Mm-hmm.
cultural series ended. So, um, and it's not just the games; it is all of the auxiliary programming to surround and to support the live games. That is great.
And like I said, this is the first week of 9 weeks of Women's Sports Sunday. There will be additional games, and there'll be a double hitter and a few Sundays as well. Thrillo, let's see. Thrillo is joining us. Thrillo, how are you doing? Appreciate that. He's joining from YouTube. I want to see, because I'm confused, if someone is able to, if I'm able to see someone comment from the Instagram channel for Folks Talking Sports, and just let me know. Like I said, this is a whole new thing, but I know on YouTube the portrait view, the comments you see, the banner shows up at the top of the screen.
Mm.
So where I have it set up, way it's set up. So it's a different look. Some folks just like to watch everything on their phone rather than their tablet or their laptop, whatever. So the phone view on YouTube looks pretty good. Queen Polk, she enjoyed that. I surprised her with that a few days ago, and she was really blown away with it. So I was glad to hear that. Mr. Big Texco, how are you? Thank you very much. So he's a Houston Roundball Review YouTube member as well. He and Queen Polk. But NBA, I know you're not an NBA fan until playoffs, until the finals, and all those good things. And you're well. Let's right here. Your thoughts on the parade for your Nova Knicks?
I mean, I like look. It was the week of all of the talk show making the talk show rounds, um, and I like that it wasn't just centered on one person. The fact that the entire team was invited to the Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
So that I like, but it just I enjoyed the parade.
Any comments? Anything like surprise you or
Well, I mean,
like good for them or whatever?
when Tyler Kolek, hit the streets to be amongst the people, and then like got bum rushed by the cops who didn't know that he was a member of the team. That was
That's interesting.
and so
Yeah,
yeah,
like I said,
like no, 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 he's one of us.
all right, Thrillo. Let's see here. I'm just doing different things here. I like how this works. I got picture in picture of my stuff here. Looks like I can see Wanda Polk is watching. Thrillo joined the live stream. He gave a two thumbs up. Cool. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Excellent. Coming in tad bit tardy because he's big timing like that. But see how the smooth transition. See, I'm already prepared for it. Got the third window up and everything like that. Is Mr. Adolphus A.D. Moore. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse my tardiness. This being Father's Day, I had been dealing with, I had those duties to deal with, and especially with the grandkids. So anyway, we good.
Happy
So
Father's Day, brother.
what
Appreciate it. Thank
is
you.
what do the grandkids call you?
G-pop.
G pop. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And the second one has a way of emphasizing, well, G-pop, I think we need to do this. And I'm sitting there going like, wait a minute. I'm having this discussion with a 6-year-old. But anyway, hey, she can look here. She can speak. She's learning to speak Mandarin Chinese, and
Hey,
and I'm still conjugating verbs. So we'll let it go. We'll let it go at that. So I'm good. Hey, she speak Mandarin Chinese, and she does a decent job when they go out to the Chinese restaurant. But anyway, I'm not trying to steal the show to move that direction, Chris. I apologize, man. Kristen went offline.
I was like, looks like we lost Chris.
I don't know what Chris was. KP, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm good. So did you have to get you have to get on the grill today?
No, 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 no. I didn't grill today. I probably will be grilling later on, but I did not grill today. This one, the grill is very cold. At least my grill is cold. Somebody else's grill was hot. My grill was cold today. But what's been happening? How you doing? What's going on with you?
Nothing. Just we're just reminiscing about the NBA the championship parade. That's all.
That was, I had a quick story because I've been traveling. I got a chance to run into a Knicks fan, and this was so unique, because he wasn't able to be at the parade, but apparently in his business he's like a ticket broker and everything, so he was able to arrange for his clients to get tickets and everything. And and I was just asking him, say, man, how does it feel? He said when they won all, he said, I literally started crying, man. He said, you realize how long it has been? I said, and I told him, well, I'm from Houston, so remember we stopped y'all one year. So, and
Yep.
I say, you remember the John Starks game when that seventh game when he everything he threw up bounced off the rim. So, and so we were able to talk about that. But yeah, literally, I mean, because like I say, so you've been in New York all your life. He say, man, I'm Bronx all the way.
Okay. I mean, I love like the marketing, the Nixon, and then the Villanova V for
Yeah.
5. I need to get one of those.
You know what? There was a unique event, and just to show the brevity of how we are, as Chris say, local name, global perspective. The Carolina Hurricanes shut
Hmm.
down. And the thing about it, and watching that series, because Vegas had really sort of been running roughshod in the league for the last few years, and the Carolina Hurricanes, well, they put up a wall, and that youngster that was in goal for them the night they won. I mean, he stood up, he stood on his head. So anyway, it's just part of our global perspective. Chris gone again. I guess it was. Oh, there's Chris back. But
Gremlins.
yeah. But anyway, what's been fascinating me, I just been watching some, as they call the beautiful game, as everybody, we in this country, we are sort of like, and I've stated this, one reason I think we have an issue, because our sports that we grow up with are more hand-eye coordinated:
Hmm.
basketball, football,
Volleyball.
tennis. Yeah, all of that is hand-eye coordinated. Whereas, and you need to have some space, some area, whatever the case might be. Over in the world game, as they look at, all you need is a ball. You can just a short area. They create some spot. Okay, we playing, we on. It's like sand. It's sandlot. It's like sandlot. We throw sandlot. Get together on the sandlot, and folks start playing, and so I can go back to play. I mean, it's ironic that Brazil has won the most gold cups. When it comes down to FIBA, think about it. Us Brazil. I mean, it's not a big country per se, but when you think about the number of gold cups that they have to their advantage and what they have to show for it, they are considered like i.e. the Celtics, or either the New England Patriots, when you look at that winning tradition. And so far, although they haven't won in the last several gold titles and so forth, got the
2000, yeah,
golden ball.
2002.
Yeah, but the thing about it, they are sort of the gold standard that everybody else measures themselves by.
Yeah,
So
that, and I mean, and then just kind of Messi and Argentina, just because
right,
they're the defending
right,
champs. But again,
right,
that's
yeah,
in South America. But like I just watched um, Cape Verde, play to a draw against Uruguay, which was great. But yeah,
yeah. And I just got through watching that match. I tell you, a match that I thought was interesting. I watched Mexico and Korea,
yeah,
and I thought that the Koreans got hosed in the very start, at the very start of that, at the first half, because I mean, we talk about NBA guys flopping. You, it is some of the most outrageous flopping. I mean, you swear these guys. I mean, they got fourth degree injuries. I mean, they ought to be given cameos.
The
They ought to,
worst,
they ought
and then they like roll around and da 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 da,
to,
and like when they
they,
don't get the whistle, then they hop up and they continue on. No limp, no nothing.
no, nothing. It's like, wait a minute. I just thought you just got your shin, your ankle, your
It's broken.
tibia has been broken in 5 places, and they rolling, and all of a sudden they didn't see nothing. Okay, let's get them on the scope. And the referee. I love what the referee. They come in, no, move, move. But I thought North Korea got hosed a little bit because one of those flops, and the Korean player got. I think it was early in that match. I think 8 or 9 minute mark, and and he drew a yellow card, and I'm going like, what for that? And then I turned around and saw one of the Mexican players actually, it was a good tackle, and a nice slide tackle, and I'm going like, in the NFL, that might have been unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
When you sort of think about the way these games, how the NFL used to be called and played, with the rule changes and everything. But I'm going like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, but no, but like to answer Big Thriller's question, yeah, I mean that's why the top MLS will never
No,
be as respected as La Liga, UEFA, Bundesliga. Like it's not the same caliber. That's why yes, Messi plays in MLS. David Beckham played MLS.
right.
But your top U.S. talent, if you want to say it's Christian Pulisic, he's not playing MLS.
He's overseas.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, because
The international game is just a lot different, and then the fan support as well.
fans, it's almost like every game is it's like it's either just for instance, just to give a frame of reference, it's like Redskins playing the Eagles, or the Cowboys playing the Redskins, or the 49ers are playing the Rams, or something of those ilk when those teams are good. I mean, but you can sort of rank those teams at the top. Even the lowest team, I mean, because wherever they play at, I mean, the crowds are rambunctious. I saw the report out of Boston, because the Scots were in Boston, and the thing, they were drinking the town dry.
Like, yes,
I mean,
I,
literally.
I love that. That is very cool.
I mean,
I love
they
that.
think about it. Whereas we done ran out of oil because, never mind, I'm not gonna start being political. But I mean, they have literally drunk Boston dry. I mean, they can't keep.
this is
They
this
can't keep
this,
up.
this is just 2 games in.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it, because they do, hey, old chap, hey, how about a pint? All they want to know, give me, hey, draw us a couple of pints, and and I'm going like, and one pint. Next thing you know, you got a keg floating and watching them, man. It's
But I mean, like just like I was reading yesterday. So the Netherlands, the Orange
yeah,
Legion,
orange, yeah.
they marched from Rice University to the stadium. That's 14 miles.
15,000
Just
marched in that orange walk.
the orange crush. Like,
More people in that walk than attend Rice football games.
That's putting it mildly. That was being very blunt, Chris.
yeah.
But it's the truth, though.
And they'll be in Kansas City for their next game.
The next in the knockoff round, when they get to the knockoff round,
Group stage.
It's still group stage.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they're holding base camp in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
let me give a shout out to this person. Y'all see this? Chiming in from Tahiti.
Nice.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a new one.
Tahiti?
I've had turkey
Global.
from country turkey. Global perspective.
Yeah.
South Korea, Philippines, London, Tahiti's the first. Cool.
Hey,
Now, if I
Like,
can just
Tell
get
you,
my Wi-Fi to partner, work with me here,
you
because it
need
shut down earlier today too. I was hoping it would last, but it didn't. Clearly,
you need a new map with like thumbtacks of everywhere you've
hey,
reached.
hey,
hey,
Tahiti. Think about that, Chris. I mean, come on. Somebody's sitting out on an island, and it's probably all right. If it's in Tahiti, I mean, it's the next day or early in the afternoon for them, or the morning. It's probably
oh
the
yeah,
morning.
what time is it in Tahiti? You were. Just let us know. Is that I don't want to insult you, Alois Bruner, Alois Bruner, Mr.
I
Mrs.
would
Bruner.
I would think Tahiti's already on the internet across the international date line, so it's already tomorrow with them. I bet it's in the morning,
No, it says 2:25 p.m.
p.m. The next day.
Sunday.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we're going east. I mean, going west.
Going west. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, okay. It's earlier.
Yeah.
That's why normally Super Bowl starts at what 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Eastern time. It's about five on. I mean, it's about 11 or 12 on the island, and everybody's sitting out on the beach somewhere after they done rode one of the rode the surfboard in and come in and watch the Super Bowl, and then they go back out and go surfing again. Must be nice.
Yeah. I laugh at that reply. I'm not gonna put it on screen though, but I'm gonna post Thrillo's comment.
I like that. Okay, but like that's my cause, okay. So Big Thriller. My question is, being that U.S. has already advanced to the knockout round, regardless of what happens in their last group stage game, does Christian Pulisic play, or do you rest him one more and then have him for the knockout? In your opinion,
Who, mine? Me?
Thrillo, Big Thrillo.
Yeah, since I know what I would do.
rest him.
Yeah, I do what they do in the NBA. Load management.
They do it in the NFL too, Mr. Moore.
When? Preseason.
The last 2 weeks of the regular season when nothing matters.
Yeah, well, I mean, come
Week
on.
15, 16, 17, soon to be 18.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, Chris.
Okay.
No, that is true. Since the NFLPA can't keep a president, without getting his hands dirty. Although I shouldn't throw rocks at him, but considering of all the professional leagues, I would think they will have a stronger management structure, but it's not, and they need to because with the totality of the length of service that these guys have on the 3.5 years to make money. I mean that's a hard number. That's not a floating number. I would hope that they will have a stronger cadre. But anyway, the owners know what they're doing. Trust me. They pay the money to the quarterbacks. They pay the money to the left tackle, and they pay the money to the defensive ends, and they pay the money to the cornerbacks, and that's it. Everybody in between got to get theirs.
I'm impressed with our folks talking sports audience showing their knowledge of football, or some say soccer. So global perspective here on FTS episode 189.
Playing against a Turkey team on Wednesday, a Turkey team who's yet to score.
Who, the USA? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well,
But maybe you put them on a minutes restriction.
That's what
like
Mr. Big Texco said right here. Yes.
like Spain did with Lamine. Just like, all right, let him play a half.
Yeah, scored that goal, and that was it. Yep. Okay.
Well,
Real quick shout out to the folks watching on the Folks Talking Sports Instagram account. The way it's set up on the chat box, and Andy, this is for you for an FYI. We don't see comments from Instagram pop up here in the chat box, so that's just an FYI. So, but Andy, if you're still watching via your Let's Rage Cougs account on Instagram, give me a comment there on Instagram and I'll look at it and see what you say on there. But episode 189 tonight, Folks Talking Sports. This is the first time that FTS is live streaming on Instagram as well as YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So, Mr. Moore, we'll have to have some tutoring sessions to see if you want to go ahead and do that, because there are some steps involved and how to do it. So let me know when you want to do that.
We need. We probably. You know what, Chris? I'll probably. Let me. I'll probably set up the tutorials probably in a couple of weeks, because I did see what you had sent me, and I sort of have gone through them and sort of get just tried to familiarize myself with it. But I'm going like, oh, okay, I'm getting it. Or at least I made myself for me. KP, trust me, we keep hustling and trying.
That's right. And Thrillo is correct. I forgot that. It is 2 separate streams on YouTube at the Houston Roundball Review channel. The regular landscape and the brand new portrait. So 2 streams on YouTube plus Instagram on Folks Talking Sports, Twitch, and Facebook as well. Yes.
And but here's the thing, Chris, and here's where, say for instance, when we when we covering press conferences and so forth, like camps or whatever, I've been so wired to make do it landscape. Now that we can do it in portrait, because now when I get ready to want to do the shorts, because the shorts will wound up better in the portrait, because when you're trying to size them down. So it's sort of you can go either way now. I guess I'm having to rediscipline myself to go like not always want to go landscape, and as opposed to trying to do it in portrait. But even the Texans past mini camps, I thought about it. I would flip the phone back. I said, oh wait a minute, I'm too late. I'm in the middle of something. So I just sort of let everything ride like that.
So it is different. I mean, I am used to and accustomed to doing the landscape way. The portrait view gets more viewers because I guess more and more folks. Well, no, really, it's how YouTube has it set up in their algorithm, whatever. They really are pushing the YouTube shorts and the portrait view because they pay less. That's the reality of it. They pay less. So I might get a ding here on this show and won't get shown in the algorithm for telling the truth. But whatever, that's the reality of the situation. But this is a different look. I've got to get used to it. I personally still like the landscape viewpoint, but if the audience grows via the portrait view, then here's the audience right here. Queen Polk has spoken. She's watching in portrait.
Oh, hey, congratulations. I mean, if she can make the change, wait a minute, if Wanda Polk can make the change, you know what? I need to shut up and go ahead. Okay, let me thank you, Miss Polk. I will start. Trust me, when the Texans camp start, I will start trying to, rewire my brain, because for the longest, I mean, Chris will tell you, we get wired trying to figure out what's the best way for presentation and trying to draw
and reach more people, and of course, the ultimate goal is, as we reach more people and as our audience gets bigger, is to get people to sponsor and advertise on all of our shows here on the channel, including on Roku. Yes, on Roku via the BS3 network. But you advertise here on Folks Talking Sports, advertise on Let's Rage Cougs, advertise on Paul Slamma Jamma, advertise on
the corner,
on the AdMax corner. Yes, because Mr. Moore will be at the big game again. He'll get a proof of that, and he'll provide coverage and content there as well. That's a good question. That's a whole other topic. He's not talking sports here, about Superman. That is a good question. I don't know why it's on the outside, not the inside. But anyway, and see, Queen Polk is excited about your comment. Tell him AD. So, it's on you now, sir. So when you're ready for have your tutoring with me, I need to have you and Mr. Giannis together, so we can all learn. So we all learn together how to do this, because it is some steps involved in doing it. Trust me, I'm still figuring it out.
Well,
I'm not going to do you like AJ did me and just throw you out there. Say, here it is, figured out. So I'm not going to do that. But okay, all right. NBA. That's where I was going to go to before my computer Wi-Fi went to hell. Giannis Antetokounmpo might be traded like any day now, as of the last 3 days, It's almost kind of like a certain man kept saying the war was over. Oh, oops, my bad. Day after day after day after day after day after day after day, week after week,
Well,
etc.
guess
But at
what?
some point, Giannis is going to be traded.
All right.
So it's either from Milwaukee to Miami, that seems to be the front runner, or from Milwaukee to Boston. And I guess Mark Stein wrote earlier today that Minnesota tried to get back in the mix and realized the Heat raised the price too much for them. So now they got to go back. But
So what you're
Giannis,
saying
Miami,
is,
Giannis to Boston, what do you say? What do you think would be better? Or which do you think would strike fear into the Knicks?
It's like he's staying in the East.
Yeah, stay in the East. Boston. You send into Boston, the Knicks know that's going to be a 1-year run. Now, the question becomes money wise, Giannis's last couple of years, as Giannis played a full complete season without all the knick-knack injury. My question is, so here's my question. If I'm Boston, am I ready to give up on Jaylen Brown like that? And I'm going to be quite honest with you. Giannis, Jaylen Brown, I'm talking about, I know we talking two different positions. I understand the dynamics. Personally, I'm not ready to give up on Jaylen Brown. I think, I'll keep Jaylen there with the Celtics, and I think I can come back and I can still beat the Knicks. That's just me.
Who's proposed in the trade?
Oh, well, I mean, Jaylen Brown, it seems like the guy who would be involved. And who is it? Boston would prefer a straight-up trade. Jaylen Brown for Giannis, and the Bucks want more than that.
Player for
Bucks
player.
want more in return. Yeah.
No. Come on. Jaylen Brown's still on his upside, man. Giannis is on his downside. I mean, not a knock, but come on, Chris. Giannis hadn't played a complete season in 3 years.
At least.
No way. I don't make that trade. Not like that. I need to have something extra. Jaylen Brown to me is the crown jewel in this. Everybody's talking, Giannis because his name is hard to say and all this other stuff. To me, Jaylen Brown is the crown jewel, man. In my humble opinion, a lot of folks may not like Jaylen Brown for his, for some things that he has said and so forth. But the thing about it, I'll take a Jaylen Brown today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Okay, period. And I know I'm giving up 5 inches in height, and a frontline player, as opposed to a backcourt player. But it seems like what did the Knicks basically, and I know what happened, but basically the Knicks basically played a 3-guard pro. They really drove. I know the other pieces, but for the most part, the Knicks drove to the title on a 3-guard rotation, right? I mean, ostensibly speaking.
Yes.
So that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. May not be worth that now, since the Strait of Hormuz is not open yet. Since somebody started shooting again. I wasn't supposed to say that.
But Kanicha, what do you say? Giannis to the Heat, Giannis to Boston.
Yeah, I just, I need to see what the proposed details look like.
And it would probably, whatever it is probably going to involve more than 2 teams. It'll be a 3-team, at least 3-team deal. Yeah. And one of the scenarios has Tyler Hero going to Detroit. I'd be okay with that. I'd be really good with that. Go ahead, make that happen, Trajan. Get it done. get that done, Trajan. But, but AD, you kind of touched on it. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen is not afraid to speak his mind. So some folks may not like that. And we'll see how if it gets him in trouble, any more trouble going forward throughout the rest of his NBA career, which should be end up him in the Hall of Fame.
Chris, let me tell you something. Jaylen Brown, depending on how old you are and how long you watched the NBA and this evolution of the NBA. Bill Russell was known. William Felton Russell was known to speak his mind and defy some things, and as being part of the Celtics. He is the true GOAT. No disrespect to Brady and all the rest of them, but he's the true GOAT. Period. End of story. When you start talking about the rings, Oscar Robertson, because the NBA Players Association basically was put on Oscar Robertson. When you go back and look at the history of it, Oscar Robertson was at the apex, the epicenter of for what that NBA Players Association is.
The Big O
now.
helped get a lot of the things done was because of him.
Yeah, because of him. So to me, I look at Jaylen Brown in that venue. That's the way. That's my eyesight. That's what I put him in, and so to that great degree, hey man, I take my hat off to him, because here's the thing about it. Yeah, he has a nice fat contract. Just think what he could be if he was much more, as they say, quote unquote, approachable. If he was, a little bit more subtle. Jalen understands what time it is, and to me, and that's not a knock on the other guys who's making a living, who's doing all the commercials and everything that appeals to. But at a certain point, Jalen stands on his principles, and I, for one, applaud him.
I agree. And he's not going to change.
No,
And, he's going to be true to himself. And I respect that. Okay, Thrillo, I think Thrillo, you're still a Rockets fan, right? I think you're still a Rockets fan. Rockets have 2 picks in the second round. 39th pick and the 53rd pick. I'll ask the viewers who are watching us on YouTube and Instagram and Twitch and Facebook, what position of need do y'all want to see the Rockets address? And I'll ask my colleagues here as well. What position of need to the Rockets address in the draft? Second round picks, I don't believe they're going to trade into the first round. So second round picks, or should they just draft these guys second round, bring them to camp, but get their work done in the off season with a healthy Fred VanVleet and a healthy Steven Adams, get better, but still be behind San Antonio and Minnesota and OKC.
OKC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that? My bad.
what are they saying?
No. Thurl just says he's still a Rockets fan. I respect. So give me a thought. What position of need should the Rockets address in the draft, or not? We're about to draft best available players and get healthy in the offseason. Thurl says they need a ball handler and athletic big.
Well, I mean, Chris, before we get to that point, do we trust the Rockets scouting system to go dig in and come back and find somebody? Because we can speculate all we want to, but do we trust the Rockets? Do we have enough faith in the Rockets system that they can go dig in there and go find somebody?
Well, I'll answer your question like this. Just ask for your opinion, whether you think the Rockets will or not. Honestly, I don't think they will. But that's beside the point for FTS. What do you think the Rockets will do, should do, and then whatever they decide to do, so whatever, that's on them. That's on Rafael Stone.
Personally, I think you need to find somebody for Kate. That can slide in that KD spot. Somebody, if can come off that bench. I would like, not necessarily have got to be a 7-footer, but give me a 6'6" wingman that can swing down, or even
Justin says hi. Justin says shooting guard.
Is Fred coming back?
Point guard, yeah, point guard. He's a point guard. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to lose that money. He won't get that much money in the open market. So yeah, he's coming back.
That's my 2 cents for what it's worth, man. I'm looking for a swing player.
Via trade, free agency. Justin, you too. Trade free agency. Kenitra, you as well. Trade free agency. I doubt that. Well, I mean, we could say it like this. Put a spin on it. There have been impact players taken in the second round.
Yep.
We know
Absolutely. Yeah, one of them just collected the Bill Russell MVP.
Yes.
MVP
So that can be done too.
Yeah. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks didn't realize what they had, and they gave up on him. Hello.
See, I think this is the issue right here with the Rockets. Rockets are in purgatory. I think that's a problem. I think they're just stuck with what they are. I don't believe, even with a healthy roster, that they are a championship title team. I don't think they come out of the West. I don't care what they do. Unless OKC and other top Western teams suffer injury to their key players. I don't see the Rockets come out of the West, barring the injuries taking hold of those other teams.
I got a question. Wait a minute. Why did you start at OKC? I would start in San Antonio.
Oh, no, that was just an example. Spurs, whoever.
Oh, okay.
Top teams. Rockets are behind Spurs, OKC. They're behind them, clearly. I think Rockets fans admit that.
I'll be quite candid. I think it's a difference between OKC and even San Antonio now. I mean, I think San Antonio, their perspective is up. I think the sky is the limit for them. If those guys, I would love to see that team come back, tweak it, maybe bring a veteran in there to help settle them down.
But AD, Kenitra, they have a veteran. His name is De'Aaron Fox.
Moving right along.
Another veteran.
He's a veteran.
Who doesn't go MIA?
Okay. He made poor decisions. He struggled. Was it more of his ankle injury, or was it more he just was time is now taking its toll on him?
De'Aaron Fox is not that old, Chris. Come on.
Agreed.
I mean,
but you're discounting him. He's a veteran.
No, okay, whatever.
Healthy.
Again.
When he's healthy, he was one of the better players this year in the regular season.
No. Wait a minute. Can I have a De'Aaron Fox that came from KC? I mean,
Sacramento.
Sacramento. I mean, can I have that De'Aaron Fox?
But like I said, he was when he was.
Give me no
during the regular season. He was playing quite well.
No, let me have that De'Aaron Fox, but then let him show up in the playoff games. Okay, because that to me, that's the difference. To me, his leadership, and everybody can drop the hammer on Wemby, at the end of game decisions and so forth. Yeah, but do you really want to trust ball handling skills to a 7'5", 7'6" guy? I know he does everything besides sell programs, popcorn, and everything else up in the stand in between blocking shots. But do you really want to? That's when you want your best ball handler. And if you telling me Wemby is the best ball handler on that team right now, San Antonio has problems. Even though he's phenomenal.
Kenitra?
There are a lot of questions. What do you play the short game? You play the long game?
Well, I mean, they made it. They skipped steps to make it to the finals. So how soon they want to give Mr. Harper more minutes and say, De'Aaron, thank you very much for your time. We're going to go somewhere else. We're sending you somewhere else. But and he played well, then he got hurt, and then he really struggled in the finals. The poor decision, instead of getting fouled, trying to take a shot that OG blocked, that was a mistake. And ultimately it cost them the series. But should the Spurs panic? Would it be a panic if they decided to move on from him this summer rather than wait another year for him to play better, learn from his mistakes in the finals, and the other young guys improve internally.
You talking specifically about De'Aaron Fox?
Yes.
I would stick with him. I mean, come on, because you always can trade him doing that. There's always a trading deadline in the NBA. Now obviously you got to come up and have a partner. I mean, it takes two to tango. It takes two or three teams to
Sure.
tango. But to me, if you want to talk about the maturation of a player, then let's find out what he's going to work on, what he's got to deal with. Let's find out what mental processes he's going to go through to really to maturate and become a better player. Let's figure it out. Let's see if he can figure this out. Now, but the question, and I really don't want to say this out loud, but the question is, if Pop is there, and I know Pop's not coming back, but I have to use that as a frame of reference. I think we got to find out, can this coach and maybe tap in to maybe bring that out of him. If this was Popovich now at his heyday, I think unquestionably that we would see this kid make some strides. But we got to see this with this coaching staff.
Well, Mitch Johnson is young too, and
Yeah,
and Pop is a Hall of Famer. Mitch Johnson is young in his coaching career. I think Pop would have made a hell of a difference in these finals. But that's the ultimate, it didn't happen. He wasn't coming back, none of that stuff.
no. I understand, Chris.
But no, I think his presence would have helped. But honestly, Andy, I think, were you here when we did predictions? Because all of us picked the Knicks to win the series. Most of us picked Knicks in 6 or Knicks in 7. So it was, I don't think it would have mattered if De'Aaron didn't have a bad series, whatever. The Knicks they were playing so well and on a roll, it wouldn't matter. Ultimately, I would have seen the Knicks win in 7 in San Antonio. They were just, it was like that cliche team of destiny. They were going to find a way to win. If it's Jalen Brunson, OG, somebody, they're going to find a way to win this chip, and they did. Took them on 5 games, quicker than I thought. But,
Yeah.
Kudos to the Knicks.
They found a way because it wasn't like, okay, so maybe, yes, Eastern Conference Finals, yeah. But once they got down double digits in every game, and they found a way.
Right. They found a way, and they weren't going to be denied. That's what I truly believe that. They got the chip. I don't think they're going to repeat. Okay. Owner has already said we're not going into the second apron.
Right.
Okay, well, so say goodbye to this team. But he made it.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yep. Say goodbye to this team as it is currently constructed, and that's part of life in the NBA. Certain owners don't want to spend the money, and he got money. That's not.
Yeah.
Really, he got plenty of money. He sometimes he just can't stay out of his own way.
Who does that? Hey, Chris. Different sport, but who does that remind you of?
Pick an owner. Majority of the owners can't stay out of their own way, but you think about the guy in Dallas?
No. Yeah.
The guy in Dallas? Yeah.
Yeah, about 250 miles north of here.
He can't stay out of his own way either, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Rest my case. Just because, no. And the thing about it, both, they were smart enough to acquire multiple millions of dollars and become billionaires. And, one guy has a team that's probably the most, on paper wise, as far as Forbes is concerned, the most expensive, the Cowboys being the number one rated
Valuation.
Yeah, and you look at all of that and you're trying to figure out, why in the hell haven't y'all won then? Because somebody gets in the way. And so and maybe and in Dolan's case, hopefully I don't think a lot of people, in New York, I guess New York has got a different attitude about their owners. I don't think a lot of New Yorkers really give a darn about Dolan anyway. They just sort of go like, it's Dolan, move on. Their passion runs a little bit different. Chris, I see your lips moving, but I'm not hearing you. Well, all right, KP. I guess we gonna take this to the finish line then, because I see Chris's lips are moving. But KP, what do you think?
Now, but the other thing that I kind of appreciated, from the parade is the recognition, not just of the John Starks, the Patrick Ewings, the Allen Houstons,
Yeah,
Carmelo Anthony's, who, they were on the floats and everything, but the players who were most recently with the Knicks, the Dante DiVincenzo's, the Julius Randle, those players who got a shout out because they, indirectly they had a hand in contributing to this championship.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it was. And think about, I mean, and let me pose this question: do you think that would have? What other franchise you think that would have happened with?
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, to bring Julius Randle's back, DiVincenzo back. Who do you? I mean, just that's. I mean, it's something about the grandiose nature. It's New York, and as they say, come on, it's us, and it's up, at the Garden. I think.
Yeah.
So you look at that whole situation, and so I mean, I can't. I mean, I guess it exemplifies as being in New York. So, but no, I don't know. Chris, are you back? The moderator is speaking.
Gremlins took his voice.
So, Chris, I guess, do you want us to? We'll continue up, and you want to go ahead and wrap this puppy up? I guess we're gonna see moderators. Go ahead and do the wrap, huh?
Stretch.
Stretch. You want to do that? Oh, keep stretching.
Okay, so AD, who's going number one in the NBA draft this week?
KP, I would be lying to tell you because I have not looked at. I haven't really. I could I would probably say Boozer. I'm just gonna say the Duke. I would think he would be the first player picked taken off the board.
Not Debonsa?
No, I would think Boozer. I'll go with Boozer. Okay. Now, I'm just going with Boozer. It's something about and see that's when I tell you about that player, that 6'6", 6'7" guy who can play down low and play up high. That's the type of player I would probably be would envision for the Rockets. To be that difference. I quote unquote flag like what the Mavericks got.
Yeah.
Last year.
Like, let's just say would you take a Tobias Harris from the Pistons? Would he?
I don't know.
Would he fit?
You know what? Because and maybe wait a minute. Let me put it like this. I guess I'm coming up with Boozer because I've watched him.
Yeah.
And for these kids who I've probably seen play more.
Yeah.
I've seen Boozer play more, and I'm sort of going off of his DNA and everything. And when you look at that story, the family and everything, I guess it's something about it. It sort of touches that, not the quote unquote, okay, heartstring, whatever the case. But you look at what the family and that whole story behind, and what with the brothers and everything. So I sort of look at it from that standpoint. But Boozer, he can play.
1, 2, 3. Testing.
Chris is back, and he's 1, 2, and 3, and 3 and 2 and 1.
We've got Chris.
I hate gremlins.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Hey, remember. Hey, Chris, remember. When you watching, we know what we have with technology. Just think about ones with all the money and all the different.
This is true.
So
I wanted to wrap it up with us talking about recapping, summarizing the Brendan Sorsby saga. That's what I was trying to get across. That's what I wanted.
His best out came. Since I mean, it's the best out for them. Go to the draft.
Well, okay, Mr. Football. Will someone take him in the supplemental draft?
They'd be crazy not to. Whoa. Wait,
Because he can be a free agent now. He can be a free agent.
Yeah, he might. Well, yeah, because here's the deal. His gambling problem is gonna haunt him.
Yes.
That. I mean, come on. When they get through with the background checks and everything, hey, hello, yeah, that's gonna follow him in the league. So I mean, some coaches really want to put their whole future in this kid's hand. I don't know.
Kanicha?
So let's see. What is pro days? July 10th.
Well,
Yes. Well, okay. AD, you know this. Kanicha, you, Mike, you're knowledgeable. Because it hasn't been, the NFL has not yet announced when the supplemental draft will take place.
If there will be a supplemental.
If they're going to have one, correct?
Correct.
Do you think they will have one just for him?
No. He going no. No. Why would I have a draft just for him? Because here's the thing about it. The league is about money and image. Trust me, they're about protecting the shield. Even though he's in bed with gamblers right now, all the way down to their skivvies. The fact they're going to give you that posture of we're going to protect the shield, and to a certain degree, they may just if they're going to have a draft just for him. No, if I don't know Roger that well, but having been in the atmosphere with Roger is about protecting the shield. Okay, and this is some baggage that Roger doesn't necessarily need. Roger got 1,600 other players that he has to deal with. Roger's not going to sit up there and have to go, what, I'm going to invite this one. I'm going to just actively create an avenue and let this kid come in. Nah, not doing it.
And how about, Texas Tech is still potentially collateral damage. Like the Big 12 is going to meet this week because they're now having to foot the legal fees for this Sorsby drama.
They have a
Big 12. Wait, we didn't have anything to do with this. All the other member institutions, but yet they're the ones responsible holding the bag to pay the legal fees to uphold.
Well, one other Big 12 member kind of did have something to do with this. They're feigning indifference or feigning ignorance. Hello, Cincinnati. Well, we didn't know anything about this. We asked him, and he said he didn't bet. Ooh.
No, they're still on the hook to pay the legal fees, the Big 12 legal fees.
Right. That's that is separate. But Cincinnati's acting like we didn't know anything about this. This is all news to us. We used the monitoring bet software, and we even asked Brendan. Brendan, this was presented to us about
negligent.
fishy things. So did you place bets? Oh no, I didn't. No. Oh, okay, that's good enough for us.
Wait a minute. Did Cincinnati ask the question under what surname did you use?
Who knows? But they got their answer and moved on.
No. I was being facetious and tongue in cheek because.
Oh no! Yes.
I mean, if you believe that they did not know, and then we know what happens at these other institutions. Come on, Chris. Hey, I was not born yesterday, but the day before. I know better than that.
I was born at night, but not last night.
Nah, thank you. Nah. No, Cincinnati knew.
Well, I think majority of us believe that they knew. Yeah.
So, but the thing about it, let the head of the board of regents at Texas Tech. I mean, he's got a connection with the guy at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. So I mean, who just had a nice big fight, right there on the White House lawn. Or let him call Dana White. Let him, come on. The money's there. He could pull it out. He could pull out of his petty cash to pay that.
Oh yeah, he has the money. No doubt about it. I think the Big 12 they will do something to Texas Tech. Find something, get some money from Cody Campbell's sock drawer or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it's going to end. So AD and KP, y'all don't believe that he'll be selected in the supplemental draft if there is one.
If there is one, yes. I think.
So you think he will get drafted?
I think somebody might go ahead and take a flyer on him.
Yeah.
But why not just get him as a free agent?
Well, again, he could more likely. I stand on my first premise, Chris. If the NFL doesn't see any, if they don't see the shield getting really tarnished with this, because I can tell you right now, here's what a lot of folks. Well, you had rapists, you done this, and women, beating up women and all like this, and that doesn't seem to be a problem with you by guys playing. So what's wrong with a guy that's gambling? That's what some folks are saying right now. Are we being hypocritical? And so but the question is, and we see this, you done been in locker rooms, KP, you done been when up there. What's the big signs that by gambling at these respective institutions on college campus and in pro games? We see it printed in bold letters.
Part of Texas Tech's...
Don't get caught.
You can get expelled from Texas Tech for gambling.
For gambling, yes. I learned that last week, a few days ago. Yeah.
That's part of their rules. You can get expelled from Texas Tech.
Well, he hadn't been expelled.
Do you also find it curious that his pro day is not at Tech?
No, I don't find nothing curious about that at all.
They probably told him, they're washing their hands of him. They're still paying him.
He's a Red Raider for life.
Oh, he might still be. They're still paying him the money. But yeah, Brendan, thank you for your time, and don't come back to Lubbock.
Yeah, I can tell you right. I can tell you right now. They probably tell him, go have your pro day a few hours west of here, which is in past El Paso in a different time.
It's in Dallas at South Lake Carroll High School.
Okay, cool. Well, guess what? That's I-20. Was it I-20, I-10? Either one that'll come back through. Okay, good. All right.
That'll do it. Thank you, Mr. Moore, for joining. Once again, happy Father's Day to you. Thank you and KP for continuing the conversation when Gremlins took over my machine a couple times. Like true professionals, both of you are. Y'all did a great job at that. I appreciate you very much. Kanitra, I'm going to switch it a little bit. I'm going to ask you first this time. Anything new? Social media? No? Okay. All right, Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir.
If I did this correctly, which will, based on this show, who knows? But if I did this correctly, the big screen is yours, sir.
And 3, 2, 1. And folks, hey, appreciate it. Thank y'all. Apologize for being a tad late, but this came in from Father's Day's activity, and also why I'm at it. Wishing each and every one of you men out there, fathers, and I know there are some that's uncles and some that just friends in the neighborhood. You are vitally needed in the community. It takes the whole community to raise us, and I've been a privilege and a part of that community who had received that help and that benefit, and it's still very much needed. Don't forget to follow me IG threads at AdMax Corner, Twitter AD_more64. Be on the lookout. Texans will be coming to camp in probably about a month, give or take, and so we'll be. I've already getting my clothing and ready to go stand out in that heat and lose, and even got got special suntan oil I'm putting on to go out there and not get sunburned. But anyway, I appreciate it as always. Thank you, and you know what? Have a good afternoon, folks.
And I'm doing this real quick because I want to see how it looks. So yes, thank you again to KP and AD Moore. Follow Folks Talking Sports on Instagram and Threads. Simple there. Folks Talking Sports. I see my shiny ball head here. Once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Me and my sister had brunch with our dad earlier today, so that was good to spend time with him and her. And my sister hit the 4th floor last Sunday, and we had a surprise birthday party for her yesterday. So that was great as well. So thank you to Big Thrillo, Queen Wanda Polk, everybody, Justin, Mr. Big Texco, our viewer from Tahiti, Penn State as well. Thank you for participating in the discussion here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and Facebook. Tune in for next Sunday, episode 190 of Folks Talking Sports, and we'll recap the draft and see what the Rockets did, see if Giannis has been traded, see if my Detroit Pistons picked up anyone I think will make an impact for this coming season. And as always, hit the like button on YouTube, smash that like button, tell your friends about the show, tell your friends they just roll with it, gremlins and all, they roll with it and they still keep it going, keep the flow going, keep the discussion going. I meant to say this at the beginning of the show. Laquita Thompson is in Australia conducting basketball camps.
She's down
Willie
under?
Gibson, yes, she's the land down under. Willie's spending time with the family. AJ is, I think, on the road. So that's, the other members of the Folks Talking Sports family doing big things as well. So salute to them. Safe travels to all of them, especially Laquita being in Australia working those basketball camps. And we will do it again next Sunday, God willing. Everyone have a safe, enjoyable week. And until next time, wrapping it up as I always do. Since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone take care. Peace.